Why do we find it hard to give up on anything? I think if you had the opportunity to watch my reflection in the series that I call I Wonder, I had episode number 3 was called The Stone. I invite you to watch that, because what we do as humans, what we've become really, really good at, is that idea of telling ourselves stories. Stories that lead to attachment. Stories such as, my friend's been in my life for a few years, it's wrong ethically if I am not their friend anymore. Or, stories like, if I leave this relationship, I should be, I may not find another one. Or stories that are, about, maybe it's my mistake, maybe if I stay there long enough, it will be fixed. One of the main reasons why we stay in dysfunctional relationships is we believe that if we stay there, sooner or later we're going to fix it, when there is very little evidence that this actually ever happens. Those stories drive us to make decisions that are not necessarily the best of us, the best for us. And of course, that kind of challenge is also sort of reinforced by the idea of, we actually don't know what is good for us to start. And so the reminder I always tell people is that if you really, really want to be good to yourself and the rest of the world, the first thing you need to understand is the announcement they put on aeroplanes: attend to yourself first before you help others. That the only way for you to actually make a difference to the world is to work on your own internal state, as I call it. For myself, I say I'm trying to become the Olympic champion of happiness, and having people in my life that reinforce that, and not having people in my life that take that away from me, is important for that journey. Now, of course, when it comes to family, however, the story is different. Why? Because if you believe in karma and what goes around comes around, then certain family members in your life, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, and so on, have actually contributed to the person that you are. Okay, and so you owe them more than than others, if you want. And of course, that also is reflected in the idea that those, if the way you treat them, if you believe in karma and what goes around comes around, may actually end up being the way your children would treat you when you become in their situation. And so there is an interesting side to, can we give up on family even if they're making our life difficult? My advice is to slice the problem differently. You don't have to either completely give up on them or not give up on them. There is a way where you can actually say, I'm going to give up on a few parts of this relationship and other parts I will keep. And the way I look at it is to say, what you owe your parents and close family members is simply love, care, and respect. You owe them love, care, and respect, but you don't owe them your future. You don't owe them the way you are and how you define yourself, and you surely don't owe them your happiness. And by that I mean, if your parents are difficult, you can always be still loving, still offer the care that they deserve, and still treat them with respect. I always, say the story of my wonderful son Ali. When his mother would ask him to do something, that he doesn't believe is right for him, he would say, "Okay, mommy, I'm not going to do it, but I love you." And he would always end the conversation with, "But I love you," and he would hug her. And that way of saying it is basically saying, I'm not disrespecting you, I fully, fully love you, and I will always care for you, but this is my life, this is my choice, this is the right thing for me to do. So start thinking about life that way. Give up on what is toxic in your life, but don't give up on what they deserve, so that your karma comes back to you as it should be, with love, care, and respect when you are in their situation.